guys, what's up? It's your boy back for another Tribe 9 video. So they the devs apparently released a new version update notice, or what's basically like coming in, like the more, I guess, nitty gritty details, right? So we just went over the dev letter in our last video, which had a lot of information. I know it was a long video, but there's a lot of cool stuff in there, and apparently there's gonna be more info here. So I don't know how long this is gonna be, but we're gonna go through all of this so you guys can find out what exactly is coming out, what cool things they mentioned here. So with that being said, before we start though, I would really appreciate you guys to drop a like, comment, subscribe. It would really help me out. Turning 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year, if possible. It takes 2 clicks for liking and subscribing. But with that being said though, let's begin. All right, so let's see. So thank you for playing Tribe 9. The version 1.1.0 is scheduled to be released after the maintenance on April 17th, which is this week. So before we continue further, I will be live streaming this event, or when the maintenance does go live. So we will be having probably a pretty big stream, I'd imagine, that will be fully diving into Tribe 9, getting through as much content as we can. Maybe we'll do more stream for Tribe 9, basically kind of like trying to 100% more areas and stuff. I have been slacking the game a little bit. I just been doing my dailies, to be honest. But yeah, anyways, let's continue from there. So first we have the new city, new characters, and a couple other stuff, right? So we have a whole bunch of things we got to go over. Okay, so update content, city related. So a new city has been added, which we know about. So we've seen these images here. So let's quickly zoom in on these. You guys want to take a quick little zoom in here? So yeah, so this is like new area. It looks kind of cool. They have a bit of a maid idol kind of design here, which is interesting. And then we have like a basketball court area here as well. This doesn't feel like there's too many enemies though, which is interesting. I don't know if that's a bad thing, So challenge related. So new story challenge added to chapter 3. Dead history comes for vengeance. Interesting. I'm assuming, of course, it's probably going to be somehow related to Q in some way. And here we have the new number here, which looks kind of just a little crazy. We have our cat maid girl, or I guess more like just maid girl is going to be coming in. So new city challenges. Of course, yeah. So basically, the whole. Like these stickers right here, the stamps, right? These up here. Basically, we're just going to be getting more missions to level that up, and then I'll most likely also be able to send our characters to level 60 or whatever the new one is, basically the new max level here. So basically, that's what we're seeing. So new 0 sense missions, which makes sense. Ichinosuke Akiba will be introduced as a guest character in the story challenge chapter 3. My bad, guys. So the character's abilities and way to operate may be adjusted, of course, just like Kazuki Ayoma. He had slight buffs before he came out. So we're going to be able to try out 2 characters. We're going to be able to summon for this girl here, which I forgot her name, and we'll be able to play with her brother. Also, yeah, I found out that apparently they're all siblings, which I guess makes sense because they all have the same last name, but you never know. I thought it was maybe like a tribe thing or whatever. But yeah, so we'll be able to try both of them out, because if you guys did notice in the last video, we did see Ichinosuke Akiba. If you guys don't know who that is, that's we might see him again here, but he's basically like the ninja with the red hair and stuff. So we're going to be able to try him out as well and see how he plays and find out if he's a DPS or if he's a support. I think my opinion, I think there's a very high likelihood he will be the DPS for this tribe team, and we'll see how strong he is. But I'm pretty sure he's going to be the DPS for that team. But maybe they'll confirm it here. But basically, they're just saying that we'll be able to play with them, so that's pretty cool. So, forum updates will be added to story screen. The addition of a function that hides UI for story screen. This is going to be quite nice, actually, so you guys want to take cool screenshots of the characters and poses or whatever. Might even be good for me for thumbnails. There you go. So that's kind of nice. In story logs, the function will replay the voices of dialogues. That's very nice. Honestly, every game that's like story like this, preferably would be nice to have something like this. So like if you accidentally skip a dialogue, you can go back and just listen to it if you want to. Granted, since it's not English, it doesn't really matter for me, but if you just maybe you want to hear a voice or whatever, being heard again, there you go. So along with the addition of functions found on the side story screen, there will be adjustments to key and assignment and button configuration for skip button and other functions. Okay, so they make it sound like they're gonna maybe like swap. Oh yeah, there's an auto button on the left here now. The zooms on there's like some sort of zoom on the left here as well, which maybe is the thing they mentioned here where it hides the UI. Yeah, so it's the thing that hides the UI. Okay, so yeah, they're basically just adding an auto button on the left, and then the skip button and then the log will be on the right, basically. Okay, and here's we go. Hinagiku Akiba will be added. So yeah, she's gonna be a 3-star character. We'll be able to summon for character made for you. That's kind of funny. Made for you. All right, the art looks really good. I'm not sure why it's a little bit of a body here, but I'm gonna save it anyways because it is very nice. Actually, I'll do it later. Actually, all right, yeah, very nice art, very nice. And we also have another screenshot here. Might as well save this as well. Very nice. Yeah, here's the banner basically, and then here's the, you know, a little bit of the art for her actual attention card. So we'll see how good it is. We did, you know, Kazuki Ayama's was actually quite nice, so this one might also be good as well. I'm assuming it's probably going to be related to like making her a more better tank or aggro collector maybe, but we'll see what it does. Art looks great though. Let's see, so 9 interactions between characters will be added. Okay, interesting. So the main screen, 9 log puncher will be reviewing, received 9 messages will be added. Oh, this might be just the daily like message thing where it's like you can just see like what previous message your characters had like every day. To obtain a new character, the voice will now play during the animation. Oh, that's cool. So when obtaining a new character, so this is kind of like some gacha games where they do what specifically, I guess more like flavor schemes where when you pull a new character or heck even like Bula, either an animation will play and then sometimes usually there'll be like the character voice will just like talk basically like, oh hey, you pulled me, and you know, yada yada yada, right? they might not say, well, you know, you pulled me, but you know, they'll say something. That's pretty cool. So the character screen will feature the following changes. The function now allows for UI on the character screen. Oh, that's cool. I'm actually really happy about this because this is gonna make like getting like screenshots of characters' art very nice. So this is gonna be very nice for making thumbnails in the future. If I do decide to make a couple more videos of this game of like other content, which, you know, I do want to. But that's pretty cool. So on the character screen, adjustments will be made to the visual display of guest characters' potential transcend screen. Okay. Maybe they're just saying. Actually, I don't know. I don't know what they're trying to imply here. I'm guessing either they're saying that if it's a guest character, you just don't know what they're using or something, or maybe they're just saying that it'll be a little more obvious to tell if it's a guest character, maybe. Okay. Whoa, what is this? Support? And what the heck is going? Oh, this is the new battle pass, right? Oh, this is the battle pass, right? Event and campaign related. So this is the new battle pass skins. Okay, yeah. So it looks like every battle pass will have 3 main skins. So we have one for Q here. We have one for the new character, which makes sense. Yeah, I assume there's going to be a stealth outfit here. Interesting that this guy's getting a skin already though, because I thought. So I guess this guy's gonna be coming out next after the sister then. Okay, so yeah, that's cool though. We're getting this really cool Q skin here. That's very nice. And then we're getting the spy suit. Of course, mind you guys, you are able to get not these but alternative colors for free in the game. So that's pretty cool. That was very nice. Okay. So of course, rank match for XB will be included. That's cool. Trial characters as well. Oh, it looks like these are going to be the rated characters as well with her banner. So we have Tsuruko here, and we have Minami. Oh, yeah, I should have Minami himself be matched for me. Okay, pretty cool. Also real quick, it looks like this character will be using new materials as well from the new area. So keep that in mind. You know, we will have to be regrinding the new area to get these new materials to be able to level up and ascend her. So yeah, of course, new buff characters, which is, you know, these 3 as well. So Tsuruko, Minami, and then of course this new Akiba sister. And then of course our free 10 roll. Basically if you're looking for every day, you get like a free 10 roll. Basically, so that's cool. And then that's cool. But you're giving like the bonus free 10 roll here for a Steam appreciation or whatever. So we're getting a free 10 roll here for the standard banner. That's pretty cool. I'm glad about that. Okay. Oh, and then we're getting as well as the previous chapter. If you complete chapter 2, well, of course now it's chapter 3, you'll be able to get a nice juicy 600 orb, which is very cool, which is half a 10. That's pretty cool. So the following tension cards will be added to the set. Oh wait, what? So we're getting tension cards added to the standard banner. So we're getting add insult to injury and things to hold on to. Okay. I'm gonna assume these are Kazuki Ayama's and Semba's tension cards. Let me just double check this real quick for you guys. All right, so I did a little bit of research, and yeah, these are the Kazuki Ayama and the Semba tension cards. So yeah, these will be added to the standard banner. So that's something to keep in mind, guys. So if you guys aren't able to get the tension cards, don't worry about it. These will be added to standard banner, so you will have a chance to pick them up at any time in the future. So that's good to know. So that means from here on out, any future tension cards will be added to the standard banner. in the following, like either a big patch or in the following new story chapter patch. So that's pretty cool. So that, yeah, that's confirmed now. So that's pretty cool. So battle related content here. So the following settings will be added to options in battle. Camera inversion will be added camera settings for options for camera. Okay. We have same target as ally will be added in prioritization. Oh, that's cool. So basically, you have everybody target the same enemy you're fighting if you want to. For enemies that ally is targeting, or for enemies that an ally character is targeting, players will now be able to switch between same target as operating character and individual separate targets. Okay, that's cool. So adjustment tool. Okay, so here's the adjustments we're getting for these characters here that they mentioned in the last dev letter here. So Q, secondary attack break value will be increased from 260 to 400. That is quite significant. That's almost a 200 increase, but it's more of like 140, right? It's like 140 increase, but still pretty good. Extra 140 a break value. And then when attacking, it will now be possible to cancel the attack through evasion. That's going to be very handy. So now he won't be a sitting duck when he does those long animations. He'll be able to dodge out of the way. So that's cool. That's very nice. I think he might still need something else from what I've been hearing, but that's still pretty good. I think that's still pretty good. So Senju here. Senju's getting a couple of things here. So primary attack will be able to gain 1 stack of fighting spirit at first and second stages. Okay. And the amount of fighting spirit gained at third stage will be adjusted from 1 stack to 2 stacks. Okay, so basically he's going to be able to get his stacks faster here, which if I remember correctly, I think fighting spirit is basically like a damage reduction kind of buff, basically. And his strategy skill here, the amount of fighting spirit gain will be adjusted from 2 stacks from 2 to 3. So yeah, same thing as the first one, he's getting more now. And when attacking, it will not be possible to cancel attack with evasion. So just like Q, he'll be able to dodge whenever he does these, in this case, strategy skill, and then for Q is a secondary skill. Okay. And then Manami Oi, the character will be adjusted to prioritize recovering when included in the party as an ally character. I'm not too sure what this means. I'm gonna assume this basically means like as long as you're not playing as her, she's gonna just focus on trying to heal everybody is my assumption. Okay, but yeah, you know, decent buffs, not too bad. I think Q still needs something else, but I think Senju's gonna be pretty good now because using these buffs a little bit quicker. And then Minami Oi, I'm not too sure if this is like a really good changing up, but it sounds pretty good to me. Alright, so in addition, the following adjustments related to battles were made. The effects of increased attack speed will also be applied to secondary attacks and strategy skills. Wait, what? The effect of increased attack speed? Interesting. So is this like a buff thing from tension cards, or is this something else? So a short invincibility period will be activated immediately upon switching operating characters due to the original operating character being unable to battle. Short invincibility period will be activated immediately upon switching characters. So whenever you swap to a different character, if maybe they're getting attacked, they're gonna be like invincible for like a couple seconds basically. I wonder if you could take advantage of this to basically have your character just not die by quick swapping, you know, back and forth. I don't think so, but that'd be kind of funny. Can you imagine being able to like take the timer right? No new characters will get damaged. Now granted, usually the only characters that get damaged are usually the characters you play with, and then like very rarely the characters that the AI is using, but that's not interesting. I do wonder what this attack speed though, because this one's pretty interesting. And then let's see what else. When allied characters execute chain attacks or chain skills or ultimate skills, the invincibility period for the operating character will be slightly extended. Okay, that's cool. So basically, when you do your ultimate or chain skills, you'll have a couple more seconds maybe of invincibility, basically, or at the very least, it'll be like slightly longer. That's cool. A partial adjustment will be done to the timing for the attack registration of the Shinagawa tribe rider. Okay, interesting. So I guess one of the enemies is going to be reworked a little bit to how they attack. In the mobile version, the display timing of the control buttons at the start of the battle will be improved. So that's good, because it's almost difficult to play this on mobile. The timing of allies calls when there is an attack featuring warning will be adjusted, okay, to maybe make it more visible, and you can predict it a little bit easier. And the parameters of enemies over level 41 will be adjusted, so enemies' abilities will be enhanced overall to match the difficulty of upcoming game content, which I'm assuming is from previous areas. Okay. Oh, that's cool. So here's the new tension card. And almost its full glory. Also, I don't know if you guys can see this because I'm kind of blocking it actually. So let me go ahead and move my camera here. There's a little bit of an interesting tension card down here that has Q on it in his like new form here, which is pretty cool. It is a 1 cost though, but at the same time it could be, you know, I'm not too sure how this Q one's gonna work. I don't know if this is like a free one we get from the event or if there's something else, but it's just something interesting that I just saw there. That there's a new Q attention card there. That's pretty cool. Of course, I have no idea what it says because it's not English. I don't know what this. Oh yeah, here we go. Yeah, so here's the. Oh, you know, this is the battle. Yeah, this is the battle pass one. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, so I'm like, that makes more sense. Yeah, so this is the battle pass one. So we have Q here in his new outfit. So it looks like he's gonna be basically the leader of these three sets, which makes sense, right? Because these three were apparently a part of his family. If you guys know about the lore, they're basically a part of like his like assassin family, which are basically helpers to him. So it makes sense that like he would be like kind of the leader with the, you know, his new fit, which looks really fucking cool. And then you know, they're basically like all getting ready up. So I'm assuming the story's gonna lead down towards Q's gonna finally kind of like reclaim his like throne, maybe. Well, also including the like bringing back like his guards basically that want to serve him. I'm assuming is along those lines of how it's gonna go. And then it's probably gonna be good for both of them. Probably Q's gonna, I'm assuming, work for these guys, and then vice versa with his attention card here. That's, the art looks really cool though. So that's pretty nice. Okay. Oh, wrong thing. So a total of 17 types of tension cards will be. Wait, what? Hold on. A total of 17 types of tension cards will be added, including the tension cards noted above. Oh wait, no. Oh, well, I'm pretty sure this one is the battle pass one, but I think they're also just saying that we're just gonna get 17 new ones, most likely for the new tribe. So we're probably getting a couple new one costs, and then, but they didn't mention if there's gonna be new gacha ones. They just mentioned we're gonna get 17 new tension cards. That's pretty cool. So it's probably gonna be like most likely bosses, and then like 1-star cost from either the gacha or just from like killing enemies. I think is what's gonna be happening here. So we have a new boss here, Deadly Red Alert, which is like this weird worm thing. We have a tentacle, literally it's called Tentacles boss here as well. Oh, we have a couple new bosses. Okay. Loki, the first one reminds me a little bit of like a Zelda boss almost from like Breath of the Wild or something. And then we have a new one as well here, UDX Robot. Okay, which, you know, if you guys did see in the artwork for the for this new story chapter, you can kind of see the robot in the background. So I think that's this robot here. Okay, and then we have Rakazuzaki, which is a big squid monster, kind of like at a Splatoon almost. That's pretty cool. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 new bosses. That's a lot. Okay. New enemies added: Main Ninja, Canon Z, Cheersy G, Sub Ultras, Speed Hammer, the Rider, and Defender. Okay, interesting. XB related. So an on mode that can be used in the rank and casual matches have been implemented. Not gonna lie, this is gonna be very nice. So that way you can, if you just want to kind of blast through them like I kind of need to, you can just do that right here. That's gonna be very nice, very handy. So you can kind of clear those, like, you know, monthly missions or whatever to get you free summons. That's cool. So the UI for edit screen will be adjusted. The flick specs or effects for the rarity orb selection screen will be updated as well. Okay. The display effects when tension card faces increase in batter switch will be adjusted, and the following changes will be made to rank and casual matches. Same voice effects will be added. The balance of the games progress will be adjusted. Once opponents are matched, they will remain paired until the game finishes or the date changes. Okay. I mean, to be honest though, XB is usually more of like, you just find an AI team that's already been set, and then you kind of just, you know, go from there. So I'm not sure how that's really different, I guess. Exploration related. The following adjustments will be made to rifts. So up to 3 boosters can now be consumed. So that's going to make it very nice because you can get to this a lot faster now. That's cool. So the number of draws for obtainable rewards is multiplied according to the number of items consumed. Yeah, which makes sense, right? So basically, the more boosters you use, the more resources you're going to get out of it, basically. And then in some games, they might boost the difficulty and some don't. Some non-selectable challenge level bonus rewards will be attained if a rift is lower level 50 and the highest level to clear, which I think they said, yeah. So basically, they said if it's level 50 or higher, you're going to get extra Kane and then extra of the Kanadi, or I don't know, the other currency, basically. Basically, you're going to get more currency for, you know, most general stuff, which you guys can see here, right? So basically, if it's level 50 or higher, you get these 2 currencies, or Kane, and then the one that's used for your tension card, EXP, which is going to be very nice. So basically, at this point, you just want to do level 50 and then, you know, blast these as well to get a lot of good, basically get more money back, right? To be able to use for tension cards or anything else. So that's pretty cool. Also, the area here looks really beautiful. I like it. I like the water going on here. So the following items will be added in options. The following item will be added in options, language, others. Chain encounter range. It is not possible to set the range. Enemies will be drawn in during an encounter to either normal or wide. Oh, that's cool. So basically, if you want to like have more enemies, like if you're higher leveled up and you want to have more enemies, or if you're like lower level but you just want to have more enemies surrounding you, you can have it set to wide so more enemies can get attracted to you. Or if you want it to be normal, to like, you know, maybe like avoid enemies if you don't want to fight too many enemies. Okay, I guess that's fine. Because there's some people that maybe just want to do story, so then if it's normal, you'll have an easier time to just clear things. Or if you want to get more XP, you would do wide, right, to fight as many enemies as possible. Just stack up like all the battles in one, right? So you don't have to like go one by one. And then effects of par will be adjusted. So effectiveness will now be increased from 10 to 25 times. Interesting. I'm not sure what that means exactly. That sounds pretty good. When receiving a new compatible monster, it must fulfill the following conditions in order to receive the same substats. So at a tier higher than the selected effect, target selected compatible monster, a 3-star compatible monster, whenever substats are received through this effect will be counted as one time. This effect is not limited to fractal vice. So basically they're saying that now you can get, or that the par system will not work outside of fractal vice. It doesn't have to be in fractal vice. The number of counts will only be consumed when the same subsets are received. Regarding the revival or the receival of the substats, the following changes will be implemented: guaranteed to receive one of the substats, and then a low chance to receive 2 of the substats. After the new update, the change will be implemented to par already owned by players. Okay. So basically, you're guaranteed at least one of the substats with par now, which I assume this is how it used to work, right? But now that's also saying that you have a chance of getting 2 of them, right? So 2 out of the 2 or 3 subsets that you have basically, but it does have to be a 3-star level monster, so gold, right? Okay. Like I said, I don't know what the effectiveness means here though. Like I don't know if this means you have to do 25 battles or get like 25 fighting mons for it to work, or if it's basically saying you're going to be able to use this a little bit more often. But I mean, they did say we're going to be able to use it more often, right? Because they even say you can use it outside of fractal vice. It doesn't have to be in fractal vice. But I don't know. Pretty interesting, I'd say. Definitely, if I get a chance, we'll be testing it out. Let's see. So what else do we have? So engaging in an encounter with an enemy at the very depths of rift, surrounding enemies will also be moved value. This I have noticed, yeah. Whenever you fight one enemy, usually any enemies that are accelerated in the air, they will like immediately start trying to gang up on you. You can now view the obtained progress of graffiti pieces in different areas of the map. That's pretty cool. So you can basically, it'll like kind of give you, I guess, maybe hints as to where some graffiti is, or like or I think this is just saying, oh yeah, so this is just saying like, oh, how much graffiti did you collect in this area? So if it's like 100 or whatever, then you're done. If not, search for some more. Displayed icons on the radar during exploration now show height differences, which suppose this one. Let's go this one. So yeah, so this is just saying that there's like an entrance over here, there's like down, and then one up here. Okay, so just to kind of give you a better like visualization of like, something's above or below you. And the icon display of accessible areas will be adjusted. So let's see. So yeah, so just saying like where some icons are or whatever. Okay. So just like something that kind of give you a better idea of that stuff. We're getting new puzzles as well. This puzzle looks a little crazy. Not sure what really goes on here. The puzzles are kind of fun though, so I don't really mind it. That's interesting though. Okay. The following adjustments will also be made when purchasing recipes from Reroll. The amount of content owned will be displayed. Yeah, I've noticed this. Like, it says like, oh, give me money to get the recipe, but it doesn't show how much you're actually paying for it. Reduce the time to run back and forth after dashing. Okay, that's good. So basically, I'm assuming to help you move around the map faster. Reduce the display time when obtaining compatible monsters, so the monster will just kind of like disappear a lot faster, I guess. And then the notice upon obtaining compatible monsters cannot be closed freely. Okay. And then if you're mobile, just swipe right to close. For Steam, press X. Collectible related. So yeah, limited skins have been added. Okay. So we have this new one here for a girl, Akiba, which looks very nice. This is the one that I was very excited for, and a lot of other people are excited for. Her like spy outfit. That's cool. We have this new one for Retainer. Okay. It's kind of cool actually. It's kind of chill. I'll say it. Might as well. But yeah, what I find interesting is because he's not available to be, summon or play with, right? So it's interesting we're having him. So let's see what they say. So Saizo Akiba is a character expected to be released in the upcoming update. The character cannot be used if the skin is owned. Yeah, so they're saying that you can get the skin now, or if you want to get it really fast, or you just wait, to do the battle pass. But basically, when you do get the character, you can use the skin. Okay, and then Revino, what is that the name of the skin? It looks really cool though. It looks very, very fucking cool. I was wondering if they were gonna make this a skin or if they're gonna make like a new Q, but no, it's just skin. Okay, but the skin looks really fucking good. Well, to be honest, I also just like Q's also base outfit, but this one looks really nice too. Shop items found at in-game shops. Patimon and the card station Alpha are on the, I think it's Omega. And antenna shop Parabola have been added. So we're getting new items in the shops basically. Okay. So of course in the card station, the new attention card will be added to here. So if you guys have enough of this currency, you can buy it right away. Basically, you don't have to worry about something yet. One thing to note, it is a 2 cost. That's pretty interesting. So it's not EX. So the buffs might not be too easy, but I imagine it's very good. Most likely, right? Let's see. So the effects of attention card display card shop are at level 1 and Ascension stage 1. Newly obtained cards from card shop are level 1. So basically, when you buy it, you just get it straight up level 1. You're not getting it like max loot, max Ascension. And then the Patty mate. So exclusive skins have been added to the fashion ticket exchange. So these are new ones. Basically, you know, you can also get these for free as well, you know, if you get lucky. So we have the new one for our girl Akiba here, which, ooh, the red one looks kind of nice though with the red hair. That's pretty nice. And then we also have the base one for Q here, which I mean, I'm a big fan of the red, but the base one looks really nice too. That's cool. And then like a suit here, like a different kind of suit here, which maybe is for Q or for like a different character. That's really cool. So yeah, we've got some new skins coming up as well. Those look very nice. So yeah, Q skin has 3 variants, and then Dominator 1 variant, which is like the one down here, which actually, now I think about it, this one right here, oh, actually I'm blocking it. Oh bad guys. This one that I'm blocking right here, this one is probably going to be from the anime, or if you guys have seen the anime, this is probably like the skin from the anime, like what he looked like. So you guys love the anime look that he had. That's probably what this skin's going to be here. And then the rest, you know, we have everything there. Then going back to here, that's pretty cool. Also, the skins look really nice so far. And then, let's see, new training materials have been added to the Parabola shop here. And then, of course, the Wonder Box, which I was saying, these will be added as well. Which, also to note, the Semba, the Battle Pass 1 that we did get, does have the Semba skins, and these are still here. So, these skins in the Battle Pass, if you do miss out, you will still be able to take them for free, potentially, from these boxes, right? Of course, you have to get lucky, but you know, there they are. Or you can just buy them straight up from the shop as well, right? You have enough of the skin currency, so it's up to you if you want to buy the battle pass or not to get the skins, or if you want, or if you like the variants, right? That's pretty cool. And then yeah, we're Wonder Boxes and whatever. But you're just saying it's the same thing basically. Okay, wait, hold on. What does this say? The overall appearance rate of skins and various rarities on player card banners in Wonder Shop has not been changed. Okay. Along with the current additions, the pull rate of one item per section will be lowered. Along with the current additions, the pull rate of one item per section will be lowered. One item per section. Okay. And then Saizo Akiba is the other dude who's not on the game, will be added later. After, you know, when he's actually doing this. Okay, interesting. I don't know what that means though. What they mean by the one item per section has been lowered. So I don't know if there's like a gimmick thing where it's like you pull one per tier or whatever, where it's like, oh, if you pulled one from let's say Kane, then you'll pull one from like a different tier. Or if they're just saying like one from every tier that's like lower tiers has been like taken away, so it's gonna be easier to get a skin maybe. I'm not too sure what they mean by that. Hopefully it's a good thing for us though. And then we have new monsters here. So yeah, so new set pieces, like new buffs basically, what they do for these sets. So we have Naga series, Lycanthrope series, and then Scorpio series. Okay, I wonder what they do. So, and then of course we have new features added to the Patimon system to basically be able to filter them out by tiers and just names, most like they were like set bonuses. Okay, as you can see the bonuses there. Subsets that increase the action levels of Akiba, of all the Akiba siblings will be added. Okay, which makes sense, you know, that we're going to be getting them. And then Saizo. So it looks like we're going to be getting Saizo first. And then it looks like Ichinosuke, I guess, is coming after. Which is a little bit odd because it made it seem like Ichinosuke, if he's playable now, he would make more sense to come out first, right? Unless they just wanted to show off Saizo first. I don't know. Interesting, okay. And then new compatible monsters will be added. So we're getting new subsets as well here. Which, well, I guess they might not be telling us what they do. I can hope they do. Exchangeable compatible monsters at Patimon update. Oh, what is this? Hold on. Oh, so now we can buy a 3-star class at tier 7. That's cool. So there might be some decent ones in the shop. Most likely it'll probably be just basic like HP, maybe attack or crit. So it'll probably be really mid, but that's still kind of cool though. Kind of get you started a little bit quicker. That's kind of nice. Let's see. So system, yeah. So sadly, doesn't tell us what these do. These new patty mod. So we'll have to wait in a couple of days to actually see what these new sets do, which kind of sucks. I kind of wish they told us what they did. But I guess they just wanted to leave it as like a little secret for us to explore maybe when we went to the game. Okay. So system related. Yeah. So we already covered this. Wait, hold on. The newly added compatible monsters in this update will only be available in Neo Chitty. Okay. So basically saying that if you wanna, or the new added compatible. So okay. So they're saying that if you want to get these new monsters here with these new substats, where is it? Yeah, so basically, we're saying if you want to grab these new ones, you have to do you have to get into chapter 3 and chapter 3 area to actually get those, because there's no other way to get them other from chapter 3. Okay, so make sure you guys get through chapter 2, so you guys can check out chapter 3 and perform these new Pattymon, which may be better, maybe even meta, or at the very least, they're probably going to be really good for the current Akiba siblings, most likely, and maybe even for you. So we have something new here. So a new shop will be added, the skin exclusive offer, which they did mention in the dev letter, which is like a whale paid shop. If you want to basically use your paid summons to basically buy like skins or any other resources for characters. So yeah, they're basically saying that it's going to show skins you don't have and other items to basically buy if you want. And then they're mentioning Saizo's skin will be added later. Value set, the players can purchase various sets that can enhance characters using payday big months. So character screen will be added. Okay, so it looks very similar to the skin shop. And then here's the skins of different characters. Okay. I guess I just wanted to mention, and it shows like maybe like what it looks like maybe. For the skins, okay. The number of items that may be requested through delivery, a request will be adjusted. Okay, that's cool. I hope they're reducing the number, because the kind of amount you kind of have to send to people is a little much in my opinion. Like, it's good for the receiving end, but it's kind of really bad for the other, for the giving end, if I'm being honest. Let's see. So in support contract, the time remaining until daily and weekly missions refresh will be displayed. Judge robot models and rank up character rank up materials can be sold. Okay. And lockdown will be added to complete configuration and push notifications will be added. Steam achievements will be added for new chapter probably. And the fucking for time deletion will be added. Okay. So just some general stuff here as well. Oh, that's cool. And then they're literally, now there's going to be that's going to be very helpful. Now give me a time as to when your dailies and weeklies will be refreshed, and then when they're going to be like how much time you have left to actually complete. That's cool. And some bug fixes as well. So the revival feature of ferocity may not be correctly activated when Senju says offering character. When Mita is translated 2 times, including the party. Basically, Mita's magic fix number 2, Inspire may not be activated until attacking. Minami always translates if she's translated 1 time and if she's in the party, and the fact of potential card uplift is consistently active from the beginning of the party. And will be consistently active from the beginning of so they're saying that it's like some sort of bug like that. Some other stuff here, basically fix it. Okay. But yeah, basically that's been bug fixes. But yeah, overall, pretty cool stuff. So, a little bit more details of what's coming up with some new patty mods, some new skins, which looks really cool. A new battle pass, which looks like these are going to be the 3 main skins. So if you guys are interested in any of these skins, these base looking skins, they will be here. Otherwise, there's also going to be the alternative skins, which are these. So honestly, the alternative ones look pretty nice as well. Kind of actually give us a better shot in the Q1, but the Q1 does look really nice. It's black and gold. Whereas the other ones have a bit like over red, green, blue. Honestly, I'm a big fan of red, so I might honestly just try to grab the free-play ones or see if I can get lucky to get these alternative ones, because they look very nice. But yeah, honestly, very cool stuff. So I hope this video helped you guys out, and I will probably be seeing you guys for when the new chapter releases. So with that being said, though, guys, I don't know. Peace and take care, everybody.